Hi folks, Trevor Evers here, host of the Power Within podcast. Folks, just want to give you a quick update on the podcast and the progress of the podcast. Of course, I came back last week with an episode. My special guest, Rob de Groof from Belgium, a fantastic hypnotist. We were talking about the simple art of hypnosis. Really great guy. That dropped last Friday, so check that out. Now, this week, I've completed 3 recordings for the podcast. On Monday, I had a recording with Gary Coles on hypno-oncology. Gary is a UK-based hypnotherapist, and we got into his specialised area, hypno-oncology, which is using hypnotherapy to help cancer patients. So absolutely fascinating stuff. So that's going to be dropping tomorrow. Really looking forward to that. Check it out. You'll really enjoy it. He's a great guy, gentleman, and brilliant at what he does. Now, on Tuesday, I had a recording with Dylan Lovegrove. Dylan is, again, UK-based hypnotist based in London, and he is a comedy hypnotist as well as doing one-to-one sessions, therapeutic sessions with his clients. An amazing guy, great guy. You really struck it off with Dylan. We had a great chat, and that's going to be dropping next week. So check that out as well. And just today, I had a recording with Stephen Brooks. Stephen, some of you may be aware, is an advocate of Ericksonian type hypnosis, which is indirect hypnosis from inspired with Milton Erickson, Richard Bandler, and others. Lovely man. He's currently living in Thailand, has been for a number of years, and really enjoyed the discussion I had with him that went on for nearly an hour. And it's the type of guy that I could have spoke to for a couple of hours, to be honest with you. You know, really got lost in the discussion, which I've done with all my guests this week. So really been on a roll this week, and just to keep it fresh, keeping you covering all these type of different topics, whether it be hypno-oncology with Gary Coles, or whether it be getting into the kind of comedy type stuff, the stage stuff with Dylan Lovegrove, or getting into the Ericksonian type hypnosis with Stephen Brooks. And there's a lot more of that, because if you're, as I said on the show this week, you know, if you have an interest in the power of the mind, if you have a passion for improving your mindset and your mental health, and if you're a hypnotherapist that is motivated to learn more, so we all can learn more. I mean, I'm doing this nearly 15 years now, and I'm still learning. I'm still fine-tuning the work that I'm doing in my practice. So if you're a hypnotherapist that's looking to do that and continually improve, then this is the podcast for you folks. Make sure to subscribe, like, share, and help me get it out there, because there's so much. I mean, I've done over now 30 episodes of the podcast, and literally we've just scraped the surface of, you know, the mind and the power of the mind and what it can do. There's so many different aspects to it, and I love getting into it and exploring each part of it. Really have a passion for it, and that's why I do the podcast. I have another couple of interviews scheduled, recordings for the podcast over the next couple of weeks. I have Stephen McGill, who's a great guy. He's into all the technical stuff. Now, we're not actually going to be touching too much on the technical stuff, because myself and Stephen have an affinity, passion for music, and we are going to talk about how music has inspired us in our life to, you know, giving us inspiration and lifts when we needed to, and how, you know, you can use music for your mental health, you know, and how it can give you a lift when you need it. And we're going to be delving into that. So that's going to be a good change of pace, and I'm looking forward to chatting to Stephen on that. Then I have Sheila Granger. Many of you may be familiar with Sheila Granger, a hypnotherapist based in the UK. She's spoke at the Irish Hypnotherapy Conference there a couple of months ago. Great woman, fantastic skills in terms of very professional in the way that she works, and she's so much to offer and to learn from her. I'm really looking forward to picking her brains as well. And finally, we have a couple of old friends coming back on, say hello, just check in, just see how they're getting on. Sharon Ledwith being one. So Sharon is a good friend of mine, and a lot of you know Sharon and respect Sharon for the ethics of the work that she do, and her drive and her work ethic and her determination is inspiring. And I've had her on the podcast before. It's actually the second most watched podcast that I've done. So it's going to be great to have Sharon back on for an update on what she's up to at the minute, and what she's going on, and picking Sharon's brains and having a good discussion with her, picking up where we left off last time around. So that's the updates on the podcast, where I am with it at the minute, and flying it now. So I have so many other guests in mind. I'm just going to keep going with it, and I'm enjoying it, and I hope you're enjoying it too. So listen, make sure to subscribe, like, share, and we'll see you on the next episode of the podcast. So the podcast drops, folks, every Friday afternoon. So if you want to watch it, it's there on YouTube to watch it. If you want the YouTube channel, The Power Within, if you want to listen to it, it's available on the Apple Podcasts stream and Spotify as well. So all the usual channels. So until then, be good to yourselves and have a great day, and we'll see you on the podcast tomorrow. Take care, folks.